Hey, it's pasthisprime here, and welcome back to Homeseek, where we just recently finished our first playthrough of the game, doing it chapter by chapter, and now we're going to have a look at survival mode. Now, I was talking about endless mode as well, and the thing is, when I read the descriptions, it says choose any chapter to play in endless and see how long you can last. That's interesting, but to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm appealed about it. I was sort of hoping that they might have had a new location or some different like maps or something that you could start doing a full-on setup, because I still find these maps very restrictive. It's like, well, how do I build out a settlement? And, you know, do they throw new people at you and stuff like that? I don't know. I mean, we might give it a shot. We'll see. But we're going to start with obviously doing the survival. And I think they're going to be separate. I think part 1 and part 2 are going to be separate. So we'll start with part 1. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So obviously we're going to start with that. I'm going to leave it on medium because, yeah, it's not the easiest game to play. And I don't know how bad survival's going to have an impact on us. So let's do that.
Today is June 6, 2101. I'm afraid that this may be one of the last of my writings. The water's finally run out down here, just like it did in the old world all those years ago. The others are finally prepping to leave, to emerge back into the world, because now they must go, perish from thirst. I was just a child when the rivers ran dry and the bombs began to fall. And now I've lived an entire lifetime in the darkness of this place. I barely even remember the world of my childhood. A world underneath the bright sun and blue sky. My skin is pale, my muscles are weak. I'd only be a burden to them in the harsh journey ahead. They're still young and adaptable. I know firsthand of their strength and resilience. If there's water to be found up there, they'll be the ones to find it. If there's anything to salvage from the ruins, they'll be the ones to do so. They know nothing of the society of the old world. They are the ones who might have a chance to rebuild civilization.
So it's going to be very interesting to start this again, because we're not going to have, I can't even remember how it started. Are we going to have any tech? Are we going to have anything at all? I have no idea. Alright, a new beginning. With our few possessions finally unpacked, it's time to get started procuring the necessities of survival. Securing food, water, and shelter are our first priorities, and doing so won't be easy, but our spirits are fresh and we're all ready to pitch in. Okay. Build a water extractor, water storage, connect them. Build a food storage near a bush, berry bush, and connect with it. All right, now we've got an interesting thing. So this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got nothing. I don't even think farms was introduced. Oh, it might have been. That's probably a farm spot there. Start with water. So we got 2 water wells. Can't remember how I had this set up for. I'm going to do that. Let's just go middle. Okay, if we put you... No, you can't get the 3. But we can get 2. Okay, we must secure enough resources for everyone. Add workers on the water extractor and the connected berry bush in order to do so. Keep in mind each citizen needs 50 food, 50 water every day, and will also need some scrap. Sure, how many people we got? We've got 15. We don't need that much food. Scrap would be a better option. Alright, and we're going to want houses. 350. Okay, hang on a second. Let's... You... Oh, is that too much water? Do that. So we're going to need 2 houses? A group of strange wastelanders arrives on our doorstep, apparently desiring to join our community. They speak in a weird accent and we don't recognize them from our time in the bunker. They must have somehow survived on the surface all these past years. They have brought a small offering of food and water in an attempt to convince us of their good intentions. 9 people. Oh, now you're telling me to build 3 houses. Well, that was... Well, the plan was 2, but hey, you know. 3's fine as well. Okay, so we need to increase the food. Increase the water. Might as well get everybody working on the scrap. Let me just have a flick through. So we already have access to these, which we know is pretty imperative. Which one first? Who knows? I am going to chuck you right in the corner somewhere. so we need another 500 scrap for that. Okay, that's it. We're not going to get the scrap now. Cool, that is done. Alright, you are done. So we are going to reduce... Is this different? Permanently decreases the scrap cost. Must be for survival mode. They must have made some changes because I guess when you go to the new location, these decreasing will be very helpful. I can't remember what they were before. Or was there only 2? There might have only been, maybe. I can't think of it. Even the houses have a decreased cost. Yeah, because they've added a new one in. That wasn't there. Okay, I like that. I mean, that's obviously handy. We are going to... I like the way they just keep saying permanently increase. I mean, if you go by the way I've been doing things in the past, it shouldn't be a problem to get all the research just done, and then really you probably might not even need a research center. I don't know. I don't know how do you have to build one regardless, even if you don't want to use it? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But we got to survive this first. Let's not get too carried away. You need a medical center. Do we actually have? Maybe we have to research it. I'd still like to get that done first though, because that just helps with the rest of the research. The poisons of the old world saturate our food and water, making the simple act of eating and drinking exact a toll on our health. It is certainly no coincidence that an epidemic of indeterminate sickness has surged through our community since we began foraging for our food, instead of relying on our bunkers' sterile pre-packaged rations. We need to find a way to combat these health concerns. Research the medical center and then build one. I mean... Now I'm in two minds because it is sort of a bit of a pressing situation here. Maybe we should speed up after that? Okay, so hold on a second here. Let's have a look. I'm gonna sneak you over here. One drop at a time. It seems common knowledge in our community that the water we extract from our wells is filthy and contaminated with toxins. While most of us can keep the murky water down, others are prone to vomiting after just a few sips. We could all benefit from access to a small supply of slightly cleaner water. Build an expedition center, create a new expedition party, and send it to explore the mudlands. Yes, we will do that. We are just going to wait until night time. We are not quite going to get that medical center done today. Unfortunate. Alright, let's reduce our people in the scrap by 3. Okay, let's pause. Alrighty, what have we got? Being very generous. Okay, well, it happens to be the first one to show up. Isn't that interesting? It's not like they're trying to teach you to play the game or anything. I think the trick's going to be with this is I don't think you're going to get as much benefit from the research as I'm thinking, because yes, we won't have to repeat doing the speed up of research and all that sort of stuff, but you've still got to discover the new researches, which they don't give you until you do the next chapter. So you're still going to have that problem for a fair while. Message arrives. A messenger arrives at our encampment. He has come on behalf of the remaining bunker dwellers, those who did not elect to explore the outside world with us when supplies began to run low. He tells us that starvation was enough to convince even the most stubborn to venture out onto the surface, and that they have already begun migrating in our direction. We could say we need more time, because we are comfortable at the moment, or we are ready. Let's go with we need more time. What I need is a medical center. Because we have sick people. Okay, we have it now. Healing rate. Okay, so I wanted to do the speed upgrade. Okay, now, do we want to... I think I'm going to take that person out and we're going to get that built. Straight away. Okay, long ago, fresh, clean water was so abundant that the idea it could be gone one day was simply inconceivable. Now the whole world is dusty and barren, and all places that might have once been wet are dry as a bone, or dry as bone. I don't know whether to reread all of these, so let me know in the comments if you just want me to go faster or actually read all the story bits again. I don't know, because we've obviously read them all. We've done every location in the game, unless they pop up new ones with different options. I don't know. Cracked earth and sand give way to viscous mud as we near the wetlands, making our journey all the more arduous. Before we see any water at all, though, we come across a small old ship completely beached, lying on its side on dry earth. None of us have any idea how it could have gotten there. What should we do? Check inside the ship for anything valuable. Of course. Alright, let's come back here. Just want to get this medical thing up. Come on. Come on, single person. You could do it. Alright, pause. Let's get 2 people working in there. Alright, we've finished 1 scrap pile. Okay, that's only 4 people, but that's because we got 2 now working in our medical center. Hang on. Our research has dropped because, oh, that's cutting a bit fine, isn't it? Okay. Gonna slow the scrap down. Until these people get healed. Well, hopefully they get healed. Alright, the ship's rusty engine block still has some parts that seem like they could be salvaged as scrap. Plus 250. Oh, we are full now. Exploring deeper into the wetlands, a single figure soon appears over the horizon coming toward us. It walks on stilts through the mud, and with every step, metallic jingles can be heard from a great sack it carries on its back. It stops before nearing our party, then raises a mud-slathered hand to point at us. What should we do? Let's give them food. No one wants scrap. Let's offer them some food. We offer the mysterious figure some of our food. Oh great, here we go. Now they all start dying. Why did you pause? Hang on. It receives our offering, tucks it away, then dumps some of the contents of its sack at our feet before moving on. It's a small pile of shiny metal scraps. 100. Great. After hours of trudging, we finally reach the center of the wetlands, a tiny pond lined with some thin reeds, the only water we've seen for miles. It's a lonely, depressing sight against the backdrop of the expanse of grey-brown mud, until we notice that some of the water near the reeds actually looks somewhat clear and drinkable. We study the effect that the reeds have on the water and harvest some samples to bring back. Okay, first dead. Now, I believe our citizens continue on, so if we kill them all, we're going to have a hard time in the next chapter. That is assuming we get through this chapter. Everything is assuming something. Alright, the storm bears down. As the dust clouds envelop our encampment, work nearly grinds to a halt. Fortunately, those with shelter can ride out the worst of the storm in their makeshift lodgings, but we pity anyone trapped outside as the storm rages on. That has killed our food. Great, but we have completed another task. Oh, that didn't kill our food. That killed our food. Okay. Now, once that's done, we're going to have to think about... You know what? I am going to preempt it. We want to cover these 2 berries. Oh, we could have got all 3 in. You can now research for wetlands. Right. Well, we will want to do that, but I want to finish that. We're not the healthiest. I don't know how hard to push these people. This is the problem. We have food, we have scrap, but we are not healthy. We'll do the campus. I could have put you in the research, actually. I'm going to do that. I really want to get the research pushing really hard. That'll be one thing that'll be really good. They have the ability to do the 2 expeditions straight away if we wanted to. Right, a centre of learning in the old world. There was once such abundance that people could gather at these places to do nothing except learn all day, for years on end, without worrying about securing food or water for themselves. There are no more students there anymore, but maybe it could still teach us something. Our expedition finally reaches the outskirts of the campus. The large buildings of cement and glass, though broken and abandoned, seem to us like they could have once composed an entire city in their own right. We first come across a large hall that has been recently barricaded shut. After banging on the door, a voice from inside yells back, "Who's there?" These people must be fellow survivors. We should invite them to our community. Whoever's in there could be dangerous. We should leave them alone. Yeah, invite. Alright, after realizing that we mean no harm, the survivors who have barricaded themselves inside the hall seem very interested in joining us, plus 6 people. We come across a small grouping of buildings. A cursory pass through some yields nothing of value other than scraps of faded paper. One partially collapsed structure, though, with a sign out front reading chemical engineering, seems as if it might have some salvageable scrap among its rubble. What should we do? We can't waste any opportunity to salvage scrap. The old equipment could have been dangerous. We should stay away. No, let's have a look. Okay, it was a little dangerous. We gained some scrap from the wreck. Some of us feel a little sick, though, after breathing some odd-smelling fumes from the rubble. Jesus. We got a lot of people now, haven't we? A lot of scrap. Okay, 600 scrap. We're getting sick. We finally reach a central area of the university's campus. Some buildings that were once multi-story dwellings surround a relatively open rectangular area. Benches, tables, and other simple amenities lie strewn about, but still mostly intact. It almost looks like it might have been nice to congregate here long ago. We spent some time thinking about the community that once gathered here. Okay, yes. The organisation of the campus quad paired with some of the valuable amenities we salvage give us ideas about how to structure our own communal spaces. We can now research the community centre. Alright, we are going to bring you home. We are not going to push as hard as we do all the other times. It's all about research now, isn't it? And we're going to need more houses. Probably more food, more water, more everything. Yay. But then we'll also probably have some people die. Okay, that's what... So they wanted us to do wetlands. It would be good to do the increase of the houses. That would be good for permanency going forward, but... Got to get the priorities straight. Okay, we've got 2 extra people now, so hang on a second. They clearly got healed. So I've got 1 sick person. Okay, so the expedition people are back, so what we should do... quickly send out another... Okay, so we'll need, I'll say 1 more house. Okay, that's enough water. That's enough food. And get rid of the scrap. Alright, we got old farm, trailer, evacuation center. Let's go the old farm. Okay, houses are good. Got some sick people. depressed, but I'm hoping you'll be okay now that you've got your needs done. Whatever. Words escape me. Yeah, we're okay at the moment. We could, you could build more. But I think we're okay. Well, we were. Finally, the other survivors from the old bunker arrived, weary from their journey but glad to find some semblance of respite. We welcome them with friendly faces and open arms, but we worry inwardly that our community is growing too large to support itself. You could say that. That's another house. Let's go this way. Okay. Alright. I can boost that, but that ain't gonna help enough. Food at the moment is pretty simple. I think we're gonna need to build the other water extractor. I am concerned we're gonna run out though. Alright, let's get all that built. Okay, we have a ton of people. Alright, you know what? Damn it, we don't have the scrap now. I spent too much. I was thinking of building another medical center. Right, old farm. The old world had enough food to feed every mouth, and places like these were the key. The stories say that years' worth of food would simply spring from the ground, crops no longer grow on this farm, but we must still try to learn its old secrets. The journey to the old farm starts to drain our energy even before the heat wave hits us. The sun bakes the sand beneath us like an oven, and before long, many of us begin to feel delirious and weak. Our destination is still beyond the horizon, but our map says it can't be too much further. What should we do? Double rations of water for everyone. We came prepared for this, or we can't spare any more of our water. They're going to get sick though. Let's do that. Because I know if I don't, they're going to get sick and they're not going to be happy. Alright, we are back on track with the houses. We probably really need to increase our research of houses, but... Okay, we take some time to pass around the flask. The heat is still draining, but fortunately our extra supplies of drinking water can ward off heat stroke and dehydration. The stories said that the soil would be moist and fertile here, but the ground is cracked, dry and covered in dust and sand for miles in every direction. And so we barely realised that we've arrived at the old farm before we find the half-ruined farmhouse itself. We're all exhausted by the journey by the time we arrive. What should we do? Take some time to rest? Yeah, you guys, have a break. Okay, that's way too much water. Okay, we need that as a minimum. Let's just see what we've got. We've got enough food. We've got enough of that, got enough of that. pause for 1 second here. So we could build another medical center right there. Let's actually let them build that. Because we do have quite a lot sick, and I really want to get them healed. Okay, we've completed the wetlands. Let's increase the occupancy. I'm just worried more people are going to come, but then I'm also thinking we should do these. Right, so we need to do that to make people not sick. Okay, let's build you up. Let's get some more scrap going. So that should get some more people going. And okay, so we can put the wetlands there. Wait, what? Why's the water gone down again? While toiling away at our desks... desks? I don't think they have desks. While toiling away at our day's work, we hear a large crash and then some howls of pain. When we investigate, we find that a pair of community members have injured themselves in an accident. If only the dangers of our work weren't an unfortunate necessity for our survival. Okay. Okay. This is why I think... Yeah, this is what's happened. Okay. I'll get you off that scrap. I need you back in the water. Drop you one. Ooh, we need two. Okay, that puts that back on track. Okay, now that pile's gone. Get rid of that pile. Looking for the convenient piles. Sort of ones that are in our way of where I like to build things. I mean, it's all a bit of a guess because it's hard to determine exactly. Okay, I'm going to go to the shopping mall. Alright, so we could research a farm now, which... I forgot how many bloody priority research things there were in this first damn chapter. Oh my god. Ugh. I mean, at least the good news is that when we get to the next ones, then that solves that problem. Okay, now we need to think about what we're going to do with people here, because what we need to do is I need to feed that into here. And we need another water storage. Gonna go there, and that is going to feed into that. Okay, let's not put any workers in here yet until that gets built. I might just take one out to get it built. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I still needed that one person. Okay, hold on. Let's max that one. If I drop that to a minimum. Okay, this is where things get a little bit tricky. It's not enough. Well, as long as I got some... Oh, look how close we were. You're kidding. Yeah, we'll have to do some improvements. I mean, we've got all the best pipes. I can't do anything about that. If we get the distribution, that would probably solve it. We need to just be careful of... the berries have got quite a bit left, haven't they? Money was central to the society of the old world. Instead of food, water, or other necessities, even just before the end, places like these were nearly bursting with people who wanted to exchange that money for useless luxuries. Now these vast complexes are dead and abandoned, only relics of the distant past. Just as the mall appears to us over the horizon, one of the other party members doubles over, falling to the ground. He is clearly in immense pain and seems to be holding a specific spot on his abdomen. Someone mentions that he seemed to be struggling to keep pace with the rest of the expedition earlier too. Set up a camp and hope for them to recover. There's something inside of them that's hurting them. Maybe we can remove it. Yes, because I think that one doesn't work out well. Again, I don't know if there's RNG to these, like, as in that the options come out different each time. Or it is literally, you know, this is the answer. Oops. Okay, we remove a small piece of black tissue from the afflicted and stitch them up before they lose too much blood. He seems to be stable for now. We'll let him rest for a while and he can catch up to us later. Moments after entering the mall, we see that human remains are scattered nearly everywhere throughout its interior. Many corpses seem to be clutching brightly coloured cloths, leather shoes, or other trinkets, still in near perfect condition next to their decaying bodies. What should we do? It might be unsettling, but we should search the corpses for anything useful. Yeah, sure. Man, it's survival mode here. The dead are dead. It's time to survive. Okay, some of the corpses had bottles of clean water with them. 350. Nice. We come upon a small kiosk near the end of our search that still has many stacks of old cups and bottles on its shelves. Pipes connect to taps somewhere underground, and though they have since run dry, it's clear what function they once served. We spend some time studying the mall's water distribution centre. I think this does give us the... yeah. This will give us distribution. Problem is, I've got to research it all. And right now... man, we've still got sick. Okay, that's one less sick. Somebody dead. Ooh, did they die? No, but these guys are all very sick. they're not happy. Okay. Yeah, we got the water distribution. That is fine. All right. I'll send you back home. I'm going to try and be nice to you guys this playthrough. Wasn't entirely nice to the expedition people in the past, but you know, I did what I had to do. Alright, what's more important? The farm or water distribution? I think water distribution, because the farm, we've got a fair bit of berries right this second. Okay. Right. Things are not great. Okay, we need that to be at least still continuing on. I can't get this clean water up. Alright, the sun's heat is becoming unbearable and our unprotected water reserves are evaporating before our eyes. The sight of our invaluable water vanishing so quickly prompts us to take inventory of our remaining resources. Our community comes to a grim conclusion. Even without the effects of the heat wave, our water is quickly running out. Our time here is suddenly becoming very limited. We need to think of solutions to these problems and fast. Our recent discoveries have proven that our precious vital resources are more limited than ever. Until we think of a permanent solution to our water security problems, it would be good to devise ways to increase the efficiency by which we distribute these crucial resources. A mall would be a good place. Well, I guess we just did that. That was handy. This is not handy. God damn it. I can't get any more scrap because we've got no water. That did not help. You know, right now, I don't think this is worth doing. That's all right, we haven't done the community centre yet either. Research, 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 research. Oh, bloody hell. Now we're back to normal. You bugger. Okay, that's another berry down. Yes, we do have to worry about that. Yep, that can be demolished once we get there. I don't know what to do with this. Do we run it or not? All right, we're going to have to call it there because we have run out of time. So let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments. You liking survival mode? Did you do it? How did you go? Let me know. Am I going to enjoy it? Am I doing anything silly? If you want to ask me questions to help your gameplay, do that as well. I read all the comments, answer every comment as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.